mistakes, yeah. Zoom in on all the times that I fuck something up. I said something that made someone throw their hands up, pissed off, and then I tried to explain it to them. No, I didn't mean it the way you falsely interpret it, but to no avail. I still fail, I always fail at explaining. And maybe that's why I'm so addicted to doing that very thing. So much so that it's my thing. But I think I've gotten pretty comfortable with whatever this is, yeah. I think I've gotten pretty comfortable telling you all my biz, yeah. I think I got pretty comfortable being uncomfortable, and it's fine, 'cause I can tell you why. I'm not afraid that you're gonna think of me crazy, yeah, I'm not afraid if you're gonna think that I'm a total cunt. Sometimes I am one. I'm not afraid you're gonna think that I'm the opposite of everything that I really wanna be. I know me, I see me, I hear me. And there are plenty of things that aren't too good. I got qualities not very admirable. But if you actually appreciate me, you have to accept the part of me that's bad. You have to accept the part of me that you wish wasn't there. 'Cause if you're a wise person, you realize that it's all part of the show. It's all part of the show. There are some parts that you just can't let go, even if you want. They still contribute to the whole thing. Obviously, the director felt the need to include that scene with that annoying bitch, or that child actor that wasn't worth a shit, you know? They were probably getting raped or something. It's true. That's what they do. 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 That's why I can't have friends that stay for very long, because I'm too crazy. That's my worldview. I don't expect you to share my worldview. That's what my worldview is for. It's all mine. It's all mine. I wish I could pass this along. This mental self-reliance, literally headstrong. Cause I think that that's what this world lacks, mainly. It lacks a bunch of other shit too, but the way that I do. They would stop relying on anybody else to keep them company. They'd stop relying on anybody else to satisfy them on anything. I just don't expect much, if anything at all. Cause I know that whatever I get is still fixing to be relatively small compared to what I was promised by my country, by my country, by my country. That's why I never expected much or anything at all from the country, from the country, from the country. And that's kind of weird, that's kind of weird that anybody would expect much or anything at all from a country, from a country, from a country. Don't you think that's an unreasonable expectation? I mean, people that fell for the American dream or whatever, it's like, that's silly. That's just silly. I mean, there's a lot of shit that you could do here, though. There's so much shit to be grateful for. But there's still a bunch of fucked up things going on, too. You know? And I think that the main problem is, like, people can't account for, like, everything. You know? It's like people are so, like, black or white that they're just, like, either all positive or all negative. And this is silly. This is really fucking silly. It's all important. So, it's like the bad parts of me. And I don't mean bad like I'm an evil person or anything. But like, unlikable. Let's say that. The part of me that seems like a bitch. That part. It's like if I didn't have that, I don't think I'd be real, you know? Like, that sounds so narcissist, doesn't it? You're just too insensitive. Or no, insensitive. I'm too insensitive. You're too sensitive. Right? I know, I'll get accused of that. I'm a comedian, though. I'm a comedian. It's like, yeah, that's part of it. I'm still a very sensitive person, though. It's just not, I'm not sensitive about the same shit I used to be. Case in point, you can fucking insult me and it'll just fucking ricochet. Ricochet, baby! Let's do this. Ricochet, 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 ricochet. Everything that you say to belittle me just ricochets, ping, ping, ping. That's the sound it makes against the wall. When you're trying so desperately to say something that's sure to make me fall, I just watch it flame. And I'm lucky that I've done the work that I needed to do to get by. 'Cause you know that I can still cry, cry, cry. But I'm not crying 'cause you don't like me. I'm not crying 'cause you think that I'm a lot of things that aren't very good. That's what you see, that's what you see, that's what you see. That's not how I see me. Though I can see how you see it that way. If I was sitting where you're sitting, I could understand the angle that you're getting. If I was looking the way you're looking, I can understand how you figured it out, the way you figured it out. Why would I dare to get mad that you look at things different? It doesn't make any sense. Like, the more that I think about it, and you know we've thought about it quite a bit, the more I think about it, the sillier I find it, that I've wasted so much time, and nobody else seems to mind. Worrying about the thoughts that I think other people are thinking. So what if that's what they're thinking? Is that the worst thing that could happen? Somebody thinks a mean thought. Is that the worst thing that could happen? They tell you something that you really don't wanna hear. Tell me every negative thought that you had about me. Tell me. Don't run and hide it from me. I can take it. But I don't have to accept it. Ricochet. Do shadow work, and you too can have insults bounce right off of you. See, I know the difference between something that is a falsity and something that's true. And even if it's bad, even if it at some point made me mad that I'm that way, or I did those things, or I said something that wasn't very nice, I can own it, I can look back, and I can go, I wish I hadn't said or done that, but at least I learned something, at least I learned something, at least I learned something, at least I learned something. You should respect yourself way more. You should value your time way more. You should have boundaries that you set. And don't allow yourself to forget. People that don't have boundaries is because, well, they're probably afraid somebody's gonna leave them. Well, I don't know, man. I used to think I had borderline personality disorder. Then I realized that I had abandonment issues, but I didn't have borderline personality. I mean, I get borderline personality, though. Because it's on the cusp of psychosis. I get it. There's a lot of that experience that I really relate to. I don't know, I might have traces of it. But I'm not cluster B, I'm cluster A. Cluster B needs people. Cluster A pushes everybody away, dude. Well, because we're in the same personality cluster as paranoid and schizoid. And those two types of people really push people away. So schizotypal is kind of like it's like a cross. It's like we're fucking paranoid, but we're just odd. We're just fucking weirdos, you know? I don't think that everything's about my personality disorder, but I definitely think it's significant. And it's kind of annoying that like people don't even want to have that conversation. You know? They don't want to have the conversation because it's stigmatized to be any kind of schizophrenic. Who's stigmatizing it though, baby? Authority. Authority! The same authority that all these people say that they hate. They don't hate it. They only hate authority whenever it's convenient for them to hate authority. Trust me, hating authority is always inconvenient. Because you're hating the authority of so many different things. So it's not just people in authority, it's like the authority of the world, the authority of society, popularity, what your gender thinks, what your race thinks, what your country thinks, what your generation thinks, what your friends think. You know, what other people think. It shouldn't matter, dude. And look, it took me way too long to figure that shit out. You know? Like when I was young, I cared so much what people thought. I never ever thought that I'd get to a point where I'd be like, yeah, it really doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't even matter what I think because I'm fickle, you know, I'm a woman. It's like my mind changes. And since my mind is split, you know, I'm all over the place. So it's just kind of silly for me to be like, I care what I think of myself, you know? I mean, when it comes to conscience, like conscience, there you go, I said it again. I said it wrong again. Conscience. When it comes to conscience, that matters. But I'm realizing that I have this guilt complex. Do I have pink eye? I feel like I have pink eye. Because my eye hurts. Like, I know that doesn't have to mean pink eye, but I just tell myself it does. Anyway. Sorry, I don't mean to scare you with my potential pink eye. But, sorry, I got distracted with this potential pink eye. Fuck. Anyway, what the fuck was I just talking about? Identity. People trust the authority of what people think. What you think. Doesn't matter what you think, because you change your mind. Yeah, I change my mind all the time. I'm too moody. I'm too moody to be trusted. Way too moody to be trusted. That's another thing I don't get about relationships. It's like, how can you just stay with somebody? Like, I mean, I really feel for people that are in relationships. I'm like, dude, how do you do it? They're wired differently, though. They're wired to want to stick with something. I am wired to want to leave. Oh, yeah. I remember what I was saying now. I used to think I have borderline personality, but I don't have abandonment issues the same way that borderlines do, because borderlines have chronic fear of abandonment. I feel like I have the chronic acknowledgement of abandonment. Like, I am so aware of that. And it does have to do with being adopted, but it's also like, I don't know, I push people away. And it's not just because, oh, I'm afraid they're gonna do it first. It's like, no, I know they're gonna do it eventually, but it's like, I want to be alone. I have to accept the fact that maybe it's a self-fulfilling prophecy because a part of me wants it. Like, a big part of me wants it. So I keep predicting that it's gonna happen because I don't want the things that I don't want. And every single time that I think I'm attracted to somebody, every single time that I think I have a connection with somebody, I just imagine them on my fucking staircase. That's my litmus test. I think I told you all about that. I did a poster that said, get off my staircase. Because it's like, yeah, dude, I don't want somebody in my house. And that's really the goal, right? To be able to cohabit with somebody. Cohabitate, is that the right word? Cohabitate. It's just like this older friend of mine that I met at church. She told me she can't wait for her husband to die. And it's not because she doesn't love him. It's because she just wants to be alone. I thought that was hilarious, but I'm sure that so many people feel that way. I mean, that's a really bad thing. Like, that's one of the reasons why I never would agree to that sort of thing. Oh, I shouldn't say never, but it's like I'm afraid to be that old woman that's waiting for her husband to die, you know? That old woman that can't wait to be a fucking widow. I mean, how terrible! How terrible is that? You see all these older people getting divorced. Yeah, because they don't see the point anymore. Because like I said, marriage has always been a fucking joke. It's like the people that really want to do it will keep doing it. Like, people that believe in it for, you know, the sanctity of marriage, you know, for religious purposes, or because they don't want to be alone. But I mean, for people that are really in love, for people that, like, are truly happy, having a family and all that, like, I am so happy for them. My friend Brad is engaged. I'm so happy for him. He's the dude, in case you're not familiar with his channel, he and Ronit, my Jew, who's now in Jerusalem, they did a song together at Cafe Coco. I filmed this in black and white. This was like several years ago. It was all about how people thought that they were having sex, but they just hung out all the time and smoked a lot of pot. Yeah, he is engaged. So, yeah, I'm always happy, like, when I hear about that. And I want people to have that. I want people to have what we're told we're supposed to have. You know, if you really want that, and you've managed to find somebody that's good for you, and you guys are having amazing sex, and you're compatible, and you get each other, and you can work things out, like, that's wonderful. It really is. Most people can't. Most people don't, and they'll never have that. But the people that do have it, like, hold on to that shit for dear life, because you were so lucky to have it. You know? I guess that's why I'm holding on to myself for dear life. But I have to accept the fact that, you know, a lot of people, like, they just don't understand that. They look at me like I'm some fucking loser. I get why, because, like, loneliness is fucking stigmatized, but loneliness is the human condition, right? If it's the human condition, then that means that we should accept it. And those of us that can accept it, it's like, I'm going to read this again, okay? Because this is like the passage that I quote a lot. About eunuchs. Verse 12, I believe. For there are some eunuchs which were so born from their mother's womb, and there are some eunuchs which were made eunuchs of men. And there be eunuchs which have made themselves eunuchs for the kingdom of heaven's sake. He that is able to receive it, let him receive it. Gotta let myself receive it, you know? But the world doesn't want me to have it. The world doesn't want me to have the kingdom all to myself. Of course, because they want you to believe that there's something wrong with you. And technically, I am a freak. I am a freak. Of nature, nurture, probably both, okay? But I feel like I make do. And that's gonna sound like a cope no matter what. I mean, technically it is. Technically everything's a damn cope. Everything. Everything. Because you got to cope with the decisions that you made, and you also have to cope with the decisions that you didn't make. You know? That's life, baby.